Imagine an organization infiltrating your country's judiciary, military, and police institutions. And think of the same organization attempting to plot a coup to overthrow your elected government. Well, this happened in Turkey on the night of July 15, 2016. Turkey managed to expose the organization behind the plot, Feto, and its aim within hours of the attempt. And ever since that night, the country's been determined to remove this terrorist organization from every institution they'd infiltrated. But this cult is not only Turkey's problem, as it's still widely active in many European countries, as well as the Balkans and the US. How? Well, the Fethullah terrorist organization is led by Fethullah Gulen, the Pennsylvania-based cult leader who's been active since the 1960s. He began as a religious cleric and laid the groundwork for an organization that would spread across the globe. He called it Hizmet, which means service. Turkey accuses Gulen of having orchestrated a decades-long campaign to overthrow the state through recruiting followers who have worked their way into key institutions across Turkey and also abroad. He did this by opening schools and education centers in various countries. Let's take a look at how his system worked in Turkey. In 1976, he opened his first student dormitory, which served as a place to hold religious discussions. This dormitory became the template for all Gulen-inspired tuition centers and schools. The purpose was to provide income for the organization and act as a recruitment agency. Although some students in these schools were just there for an education, many others, especially high-achieving students, were being groomed for something else. The recruitment of each student was different. Some were offered scholarships and promised admissions into leading universities. And there were many cases of cheating on exams and cronyism that allowed for these hand-picked individuals to be placed in the military, judiciary, and police institutions. So once the recruits were positioned and empowered, they were asked to now give back to the organization by donating 10 to 20% of their salaries. This wasn't just limited to members in Turkey. In an article published by the Washington Post, a witness testifies that her husband, a Turk, had been involved in the Gulen movement, and that Turkish teachers at the Ohio school had to turn over 40% of their salaries to a secret fund used by the movement. Like most organizations, this one has a hierarchy. It consists of many circles which work as small secretive cells. But cells that are more vital to the organization, with members in high-ranking positions, are so secretive that they communicate through code names. According to Turkish authorities, they even had a cryptic app called Bylock. Here's a closer look at Feto's structure. At the lowest level, there are the people who have a bond with the Gulen community and provide financial support. Sometimes they're not even aware they serve this cult. Above them are the loyal group. They're officials in schools and different foundations and government institutions who have membership in the organization. Third are the ideological members. These are members with roles in unofficial activities that are tasked with persuading others to join the cult. Fourth, the supervisors. This group oversees every single activity, legal or illegal. It's not easy to make it to this level. Some members in this group are selected from those who've joined Feto as early as childhood. Fifth, the organizers and executors. These members hardly know each other and are appointed by Gulen himself. Sixth, the special members. These serve as the point of contact between Gulen and people on lower levels. They hand out duties within the network. And at the top level, the elites. They're directly appointed by Gulen himself. There are around 17 members in this group. By using this system, Gulen has developed strong networks, not only in Turkey, but also in the West, particularly in the US, where Feto has opened over 200 schools, earning around $500 million annually. Since the coup attempt, at least 19 countries have seen this cult as a potential terror threat and have closed some of his schools. The group has lost approximately 75% of its schools worldwide. The US has become a safe haven for the terrorist organization. Turkey argues that if US officials don't investigate the illegal activities of Feto, they too will eventually face the consequences of having their democratic institutions infiltrated.